Okay, and
I
we
remember
are recording live.
reading the script to the latest skit he will be doing.
Okay, let's see if I can find it real quick. It's funny when you go back in an old group chat and you just all you see is like Yara is chained to the radiator but still tries to run away. Katsuka flies
I
away.
always come back at some
Tricky
point.
shoots Katsuko down. Katsuko falls. Tricky Loki eats popcorn as they struggle. Katsuko kills Yara with radiator.
I one day was like, I just came back from like doing something random, like washing dishes or something, and like I come back to this group chat, and I just see like Yara runs for the hills. Monokuma slams door in her face.
Oh, I swear, just reading through. Oh, was that when you left the chat?
Like, yeah, when I said Michael has left the chat.
Yeah, that's what I was reading from. I was reading from right before you did that. Let's see. It should be. You know what? I don't know why I'm going through all this trouble of looking through the group chat when I have the actual document on my desktop.
Why were you searching through the group chat?
I don't know. Maybe because I didn't. Okay, never mind. Basically, it's the following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Danganronpa is no. I gotta get into my Manami voice. The following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Danganronpa is owned by Spike Chunsoft, Seiki Kishi, Lurch, and Funimation. Manami? Oh no, not you again. How many times must I correct your behavior, young lady? There's no way I'm going to listen to a big media like you. Oh, yeah? Ah! What was that? Consider the following to you as a warning, and everyone who tests me. You're such a big jerk. Ah! And don't forget to support the official release. And then the skit happens.
Just imagine people watching that. Everyone.
Like, I just want people. Like, I'm just expecting everyone in the comments to just be like, "Oh my god, this guy writes sadistic stuff." I'm just like, it's funny.
Why is Monokuma so abusive to his own kid?
I don't know.
So, is it abuse if you're a robot, or? Huh.
I think it's technically still abuse, but I mean,
Letting parts or not, you're still abusing someone.
I guess it rules out sexual abuse, though.
I guess that counts. That counts.
Well, except for that one very weird thing that Monokuma said in Danganronpa 2.
What did he say? Oh, I need a reminder.
Oh yeah, no. She's like, you'll do what? And he's like, I'll gently caress you. And he does that rolling with the R thing. Yeah, and she freaks out. It's like, whoa.
Whoa.
The funniest thing is I actually just bought Danganronpa 2, so I'm just like reliving the old days.
Reliving them times on the PSP.
No, here's what's funny. When I get home, I'm gonna hook up with my gamer friend, and I'm gonna obviously progress through the story to the first trial. But when I meet up with him, we're both just gonna just play the trial.
I was actually planning on doing that for my computer got sold. I was planning on calling you guys in the group chat and having you guys read every line of the character.
I would be up for that because honestly, that sounds like so much fun. To just be like,
was.
no, you're wrong.
It was when I first did it, I wasn't recording it though. I was laughing so hard because I don't know. I think it was Yara. I don't know. It was just me and her talking in the group chat, and she voiced Sayaka or something. And I'm in this one part where Monokuma finishes his little speech or something after I attempt to try to voice Monokuma.
Hang on. I want to hear your Monokuma impression.
Really?
Yeah, I want to hear it real quick.
You to do that, okay? Let me think of something.
are you doing? It sounds like you're choking on a chicken bone.
This is how I prepare to record my lines. Okay, hold on. I just got to do it one more time. Okay. All right. Don't throw me off. I'm trying to focus. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Time to greet another beautiful day.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. That's not that far off from the original voice
all I
from the
got.
game.
Wait, what?
Like from the
You cut
original,
off.
like from the original game's voice actor, that actually wasn't too far off.
I know. That's what everyone tells me.
Which is sad because, like, whenever I do it, I almost kind of feel like I'm doing. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing the Greg Aries version of it, which is the anime's version.
Everybody hear me on this thing?
Was that Greg Ayres or was that you being Greg Ayres?
That was me.
God damn it, stop confusing me!
Don't tell me I nailed it again. Did it actually sound like it?
No, that sounded like absolute shit. But yeah, no, it actually did kind of sound like him a little bit.
It's insulting me in the Skype call and you're recording it. No, that sounded terrible.
Oh, trust me,
Like,
no.
Even confident, like, wow, you really do know how to sing. I'm like, thanks. You should be in those TV shows singing contests like X Factor. I'm like, really? No, I'm just kidding. You're awful.
It's like, wow, you're so amazing. You should win an award for that beautifully, horribly butchering job you just did.
Thank you.
Oh no, if you think I'm bad in this recording, you should just imagine how the bloopers for a Comic Kill Bridge are going to sound.
I bet there's so many.
Like, I either sound so apologetic, I'm just dying of laughter, or I'm literally, like, sound like I'm abusing them. Like, no, the funniest line, though, Lovelock's voice actor was probably the best one of anyone I hired.
What does he sound like?
Well, just okay. I want you to imagine a kid with ADHD, and now throw that kid in a meth pipe.
I know one.
Say what?
I know one of those kind of kids.
You don't know anyone with ADHD?
No, I do know.
Do you know what they're like in a meth pipe?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, that's the guy. That's the kind of guy I hired for Lubbock. And no, literally, the best thing about it was every time we did a line, he 99% of the time he would do a line that was completely wrong and completely like.
Not even in script.
Yeah, no, like literally, one line he was supposed to say, "Miss Nogenda, the berry is finished." Guess what he said instead?
He said,
He said, "Miss Giant Tits, I did it."
you should have kept that. You should have kept that.
No, what's even. But no, literally, like I actually did let him keep in some of the stuff. Like there was we had to record him like sleeping, and then like waking up to like alarm bells going off. But basically, when he was sleeping, this is what he said. Oh yeah, those tits. And literally, like the freak out moments are his best moments because it sounds so amazing.
And then the turtle screamed when he discovers optimizing him in his ship.
Oh my god. I just thought of something funny.
Another idea of another skit.
I did just come up with another idea for a skit. Like they find the body of Mizano in his bathroom, and they're like, "Whoa, dude! I didn't know you were such an animal."
What?
And it's just them,
I
like,
did that.
no, it's just them basically thinking, "Dude, I didn't think you'd go through with that. What are you talking about, dude? Nice." No, and then Leon's just like, "Dude, losing the V card, nice." It's literally just every possible misconstruation you can come up with.
You need to do that.
Oh my God, I want to do that so bad now. Oh my God, hang on, I gotta make a note of that. Let's see. Yeah.
Nice job.
Well, someone's very mean.
Yes, I know.
It's like we're over here having fun, and some sassy Sue is just like, "Shut up."
He's 10. Don't worry.
Sassy Sue still.
Hey, he's 12. Don't worry. He's 12. I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Okay, this is how I labeled it to remember it. Mizano and Makoto's bathroom. Like, I did not know how else to put it.
How else could you phrase it?
You
The
can't.
Compliments from the game.
Yes.
There's jealousy.
No, what we need to do is just come up with a bunch of random ideas for skits to do.
I have so many you don't even want to hear.
I want to hear them now.
Hey, you know the sauna scene?
Oh, where Ishimaru and Mondo are having a dick measuring contest?
Yes. I already said the skit, man. Dang it.
Oh, it's a dick measuring contest.
It's like, wait, I thought you guys were going to die of dehydration or something. What the heck is wrong with you two? Ishimaru's like, this is the only place we can do it.
Oh my God.
Monaco would want to know out in the kitchen.
Dick measuring sauna scene. Oh God, what's another good one? Because I want to at least do a couple just to be fun.
Sophia's donut addiction.
An intervention. An intervention.
Yes, please.
Oh no, and here's how the intervention ends. Sakura dies.
That's gonna be. I can just imagine the beginning of it, like Asahina walking in. It's like Makoto's like, Asahina-san? She's like, yeah, we need to talk. Oh, I knew something was up when I saw those cars parked out in the garage.
What?
She like sounds drunk, but she's eating donuts.
What are those donuts glazed with?
She's like, those were the best donuts I've eaten so far today.
What were those donuts laced with? Okay, let's see. Another good one.
You so far have like 5 skits on your.
Actually, I only have 4, including the Monokuma needs anger management.
Well, here comes number 5.
I'm waiting.
Leon's dream. So you give Leon a time to shine of becoming a rock star.
Oh no! What's even better is like we give him like a full-on minute, and we like make it an emotional scene like with dramatic music in the background, and then literally like. No, and then after like a minute, you just hear like Monokuma like just snoring over in the corner, just like, and then he just wakes up and he's like, he's just like, oh my God, is that loser still talking?
Everyone's gonna probably hate you if they're such a big fan of me.
If anyone is a Leon fan, they are so getting a punch to the dick with this.
Get a comment like, "Wow, you just destroyed Leon's dream."
Exactly. Oh no, I'm gonna make it even emotional. Like, it's gonna be like my whole life. Like, it's gonna be like basically his biography. It's like I was bullied ever since a kid, and the only stress relief I could ever have was music. But everyone only saw me as the baseball type. It's just basically gonna be like how everyone judged him. Oh, I'm gonna make it so emotional and then just
Imagine the rest of the cast like having tears dropping from the side of the face, especially Togepi.
Yeah, and then just Monaco was just like, "Are you fucking done yet?" Oh my god, that's gonna be hilarious. Ugh.
And then like you show at the end of the video, R.I.P. Leon Kuwai.
No, and then right after that, no, it's gonna be like that whole, "Oh, what you say?" And it's like shows a gravestone with Leon's face on it, and it's just gonna be like really sad music, and it's gonna be RIP, and then it's just gonna all cut out really quickly and just say "JK lol." And it's just gonna be his like lifeless body hanging from the pole.
It's wrong.
Oh my god. In case you haven't noticed, I have a sick twist of humor. Oh my god.
It's funny, but like it's so messed up at the same time.
Oh.
Alright, hold on. I'm thinking of another skit. There are a lot of scenes from I like to think of now as determination.
The what?
Determination.
Huh.
This has to be a character that I wouldn't expect to do it.
I hear that gasp of idealism. What do you have, my child?
Oh my god! This is not of this!
Speak your idea, child.
Celestial Moonbird. It's coming to my head. Trying to form the words, Nathan. I can just imagine like her making up so many lies during the class trial without her backstory.
Oh no, and every time she tells a lie, Makoto is like...
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, he just like breaks through everyone. No, what's even... No, I have a brilliant idea. Right as the fire truck's about to hit her, you know what we should do? Oh no! Where'd you go? No! Oh, crap, where did he go? Go.
Yo, what is up here? Everybody, Michael's back.
Oh my god. Oh, did this suddenly turn into a Rooster Teeth podcast?
I actually planned on listening to those like this morning, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I can't never really get into listening to an actual podcast.
And yet we're doing one.
I know, but at least I know I won't be able to, like, I'm not willing to go back and watch it on my own accord.
Let everyone else do that.
Yes, exactly.
Your job, not mine.
That's what the fans are here for. They're to watch and support my shit.
They're here to subscribe, like, click on annotations, and buy my shirts.
Nah, but without, like, any sarcasm, like, I legitimately, the only reason I do YouTube is actually because I legitimately don't care if I make money from it or not. I just want to show off cool stuff I do.
Wait, whoa. You can make money off of YouTube? What?
Yeah, you didn't know?
I never knew. No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Oh, I was like, you sound sarcastic right now. Yeah, how do you?
Like me?
But no, it's like, why do you think Markiplier and PewDiePie are like filthy rich?
I've never questioned that. I thought he's at 7-Eleven or something.
No, like the big YouTubers, even Rooster Teeth, even they make like so much money off of YouTube.
Of course they do. They made literal TV series. Red versus Blue, Ruby. They're about to go at it again with Volume 4.
Oh yeah, no. I still remember that one thing I read. This will be the day we're waiting for. This will be the day we open. Which reminds me, I need to think about what I'm going to do for the Halloween special this year.
Doing a Halloween special?
I always do a Halloween special. Halloween is my time.
I have never seen you do a Halloween special. Hold on. I only subscribed to your channel a few years ago.
Yeah, no, I made one for last year. I didn't really make one for the first time I was on YouTube, but definitely last year I made one, and I used This Is Halloween.
You cut off with 3 times, man. All I heard was you, the Nightwing.
Last year, the video I made with it was This Is Halloween.
Oh, I think that's it. I have to look at my history.
The funny thing is, that video actually almost won me a Halloween contest I entered.
What?
Yeah, no. Ever heard of AMV Alliance?
No.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have expected you to, but no. Basically, what ended up happening was on the Halloween video, they actually commented and said they actually invited me to participate in the Halloween contest they were doing. And it was basically post at up to 3 AMVs in different categories and basically hope for the best. And so
would have won if you used Hellsing Ultimate Shepherd of Fire.
But no, but the only problem was that was like almost a year later, or at least half a year later. But no, one of the videos I did post in the contest were Corpse Party with Paper Cut, the Nightmare video, and the Hellsing with Ultra Numb. The funny thing is, I actually got feedback on 2 of the videos, and one of them was with Nightmare, which they actually pointed out how it was really cool and how it was a nice touch that I put another, the anime, in when they were like, with no respect for another.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that until they said anything, and I'm just like, oh, hey, that's funny.
Oh, hey, I didn't even notice I did that.
That's legitimately like 70% of my videos. Like, I just put in the clip, and it fits itself into place. I just heard really creepy whisper. What was that?
That's my brother. He's talking to my friend who lives in Vegas. And he said, hey, can you tell him to text me? Hold on, I'm going to text him right now. If the call ends, just call it back when I say YOLO in the chat.
Okay.
That is the code word that you must use from now on, YOLO.
If the call drops?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Back to this idea you had about Celestia and just...
Her making up a bunch of fibs.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I gotta add that to the notes.
You telling fibs, girl? No?
Oh, no, back to what I was trying to say before the thing cut out. The funniest thing, you know how her trial is like she has a truck that hits her at the end?
Yeah.
Here's what we need to do at the end of that. Like, you remember that picture I showed you of her as a child?
Yes.
That needs to be on the front of the fire truck. And it needs to be just like, fucking shit. It's her childhood that kills her.
I thought you were gonna say something like a flat her life, just rewind it back for
Oh.
an instant second.
Oh my god. But no, it's little Celeste that kills her.
It's like, oh my god. And all things in an execution, this is how I die?
Exactly.
I do not care for you, Monica.
It's too good. But no, gosh, I'm trying to think. Oh, but since you brought up Hellsing, I actually do have this idea. Have you ever heard of Back from the Dead by Skillet?
No.
Oh.
You know, like a liar.
So you have.
Yes.
Well, someone actually requested that I do a video with that song.
You never take my request, Tricky. What the heck?
You never given me any.
I have given you one request.
Did you? I don't remember it.
I don't think you saw it, though.
I don't know. I'm gonna look back real quick since I have the comments page open. I'm gonna look back through all of them, and I'm just.
That depends on what video I commented on.
I don't know. That's the thing. That's why I'm just looking through every comment ever posted.
Watch, like, I go back to the video I said I commented on and comment on it.
Oh
So
well,
I
actually,
said-
that would actually help.
I lie and say, see? I said that like years ago, and it says 10 seconds ago.
I still don't see you so far.
I don't think my comment ever since. That would make sense.
Do you remember what your request was?
Yes.
What was it?
It was Helsing Ultimate. Don't Stop Me Now, AMV. By Queens.
By-
If you're wondering the band.
By Queens?
By Queens. Don't Stop Me Now. You don't know the song?
I don't think I do.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I can't sing right now because I'm been clearing my throat all day.
Yeah, I don't think I know that.
Oh my gosh, who are you?
I am a great channel. I am a great music video person.
How have you never heard of the song Queens? By Queens, I mean, dang it. I keep calling the song Queens. It's by the band.
Because I have better stuff to listen to, like my own music.
Okay, have you heard We Will Rock You?
Yes,
It's by the same band.
I know. I don't listen to a lot of Queen.
I have to say, I only got into the song when I went back in time. And by that, I mean went back to my DVD player. And watched Shaun of the Dead.
Oh no.
And at
You want to know
once-
what going back in time means for me? Remembering what I wanted to do 10 minutes ago.
Did I want to make a sandwich or destroy the world?
Exactly.
I wanted to make a sandwich.
I'm like Heavy from Team Fortress 2.
No, Doctor!
Is this such a good idea? Ah, I have no idea.
I was actually supposed to do like a demo reel of Scout.
Dude.
Like the scene where he's like beating up on him.
Oh, have you checked out the next Screw Attack Death Battle tomorrow?
I can't. I'm actually probably might cry. Get excited. I don't know who to choose, man. I just got into Overwatch and I fell in love with the character Tracer.
I don't know. I was never really that big with either of them, but honestly, I like Scout more.
I don't know who to root for.
Well, we're about to
wanna
find
root for
out.
Scout. I want to root for Scout because he's been my all-time favorite character. I always use him when I play TF2.
But then you have your new favorite. It's kind of like your version of old versus new, which is kind of funny because I want to team up with Katakana and I want to actually do like a cover of the rap battle between Tracer and Scout.
You have a rap battle?
Yeah, JT Machinima.
Oh my god.
Cheers, love. The cavalry is here. Do you even know who you're talking to? 3, 2, 1, go. It's literally, it's pretty cool.
I actually had this pretty cool idea, but it never came true because I had a budget. Literally, I couldn't afford to do it.
Budget. What every creator's worst enemy.
Money. Ugh. Why do we eat? But like, the idea was so insane that the TF2's builders teams like asked me if they can like make a game of it or something like that. I wanted to make a live action movie of Team Fortress, but like not as like part where it's like Red versus Blue, but like the Man versus Machine part of the story. That's what
Dude, if anything, if you ever want to do something with Team Fortress 2, like you either hire me as the Doctor, Demo Man, or the Heavy.
You cut off.
Oh, I was saying, like, dude, if you ever are doing anything for Team Fortress 2, you need to call me because I'm going to either be Doctor, Demo Man, or Heavy. Because I got a kick-ass Irish accent.
Do it because, like, one day I had this idea of a cosplay that I would dress up as Scout, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, no, my friend actually went to Comic-Con as the engineer. All of it was homemade.
Someone needs to take me to Comic-Con. I'm missing out on the fun.
And then I went as Wave from Akame ga Kill just because I forged frickin' Grand Chariot.
Forged it?
Well, more like cut it out of a giant block of wood and then painted it, sanded it, and then taped it.
I was actually going to say more like I bought it from eBay and said I built it.
No, I literally like had a big, thick chunk of wood just lying around that was perfect, and then I just cut it out of that.
Built it with my bare hands. Man of Arms should hire me.
If only it was metal, though. I've actually like shown people the picture I took of it, and people actually legitimately thought that it was made of metal just by how it was painted.
I always wondered, would it be wrong if I cosplayed as Ruby?
Oh hell no! I see
As a male version, though.
I see people do gender bent Ruby all the time. I saw one at Comic-Con, and he was actually pretty cool looking.
I think people would confuse it with my actual character if he ever visited.
Hey, but then again, I mean, it's a win-win situation. Even if you don't look like Ruby, you still look like your own character. And then people can't argue with that.
I don't know. I feel like I don't even want to do the original idea for my character anymore. I mean, I still want to do it, but...
Well, hey, at least you could probably cosplay your character. Mine, I can't cosplay at all.
Can't? You don't want to spray hair half white, half black, or something like that?
No, not as Monokuma. I mean as the the character I use for everything else, the Loki character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, have you seen his outfit?
No, don't do it. Don't. That seems a little too difficult for you, Loki.
Yeah.
I'd stick with Monokuma if I were you.
Yeah, no. I need to go with Monowick. I need to get like a Torchwick costume.
The channel's name is now Monokuma Studios. Like, Josh hired me.
No, I should literally I could probably change that right now. I'm literally just gonna go in and be like, for just one day, Monokuma Studios.
Who works here? Guess who? should be in your description. I swear. Guess who works here?
No, I was actually coming up with a kind of funny idea. You know how Little Karibo has like the evil council?
Yes.
I was almost thinking of doing something like that when I do announcement videos. And I was just going to take like all my favorite villain characters and just shove them in a room together.
Oh my god. I can just imagine that.
So it was basically going to be Kumagawa from Medaka Box, Gilgamesh from the Fate series, Monokuma, Kagetane from Black Bullet, and then I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you all doing in my room?
I feel like everyone's gonna hate me if I say this to the other chat, but I might as well say it to you just to get this off my chest. I have not watched Tokyo Ghoul
Okay.
at all. Oh, you're not even. Everyone hates me when I say it.
I honestly don't care. I mean, it wasn't that great.
I'm like, what is like Tokyo Ghoul? And, like you can hear a group in the background, like.
That's so true, though. Like, I only watched it because one of my friends told me that I should, and so I kind of watched it. And the funniest thing was, when I watched it, I actually just finished season 1 right when season 2 came out.
I only don't watch it because when my friend explained it to me, explained it like super complicated first. I'm like, what? And he's like, okay, let me just sum it up. You know how there's zombies? I'm like, yeah. Well, think of that, but with people who aren't dead. And I said, so cannibalism? He said, yeah. Oh.
It's really
And
gruesome.
from that day forth, I decided not to.
Yeah, it's very bloody and it's very gruesome, and that's really just like. Okay, so to put it in perspective, I'm trying to think. What was? It's kind of like oh god, what's a good example of it? It was very reminiscent of another anime. Kind of like I don't know. I don't know. Like I had an idea in my head. Oh wait, it's kind of. Have you ever seen Parasite?
Yes.
It's very
That
reminiscent
I've
of that.
seen.
It's very reminiscent of that. Like just
Okay.
like it's basically it's like the same main character goes through the same problem. They're basically changed into some kind of monster they don't want to be, and they have to fight people that are just like them and resist the urge to kill for survival and whatever. And then it's literally just like the same story, but with 2 different ideas.
The only thing I've heard about the show is there's cannibalism. That's it. I can't
Uh,
do cannibalism.
well,
Zombies I can do. Humans I can't. No.
well, cannibalism is kind of a stretch. You don't see that much cannibalism.
How much do you see then?
Like maybe
When you
not.
said that, man,
like-
you're like, it's not a bad thing.
Like you don't even
Doesn't-
get like maybe like you probably don't even get 30 seconds out of like all 2 seasons.
Of cannibalism.
Yeah, you really don't see that. Like maybe you see a little bit of people biting each other, kind of like vampire style.
No blood is being sucked. Just
It's literally just like it's more like rather than the blood being sucked, it's more like you just see like what used to be like a skin patch just turn into a red patch, and it's just like it's a really small patch.
Well, what is the point of it, though? I want to watch it. I'm gonna be honest. But, like, I have this thing where I puke when I see like violence. Like it's normal to me to see a zombie like eat a body part off. Like, oh, he's just hungry. He's just eating for hands. But when I see a human do it, I'm like, oh. That's
No,
not
there's
cool.
no humans doing it. It's all ghouls.
Oh. All right, please explain to me this.
Okay, well.
I'm so confused.
Okay, well, here's the story. Basically, in this world, there are 2 types of people. You have humans, and then you have ghouls. Ghouls are basically vampires in a way.
What? That's stupid. Just call them vampires.
No, but it's not like they suck blood and they have all the things like vampire. I mean, like vampires, as in like how popular they are.
Yes, but you just.
Okay, yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna. Okay, no. Actually, I'm gonna start over because I feel like starting over is the best way. So in this world, there are two types of people. You have ghouls and you have humans. Ghouls are people that are basically have to eat humans to survive. They have to consume human flesh to survive.
Yes.
And basically, our main character turns into a half ghoul or a one-eyed ghoul.
Okay. Now I feel like someone's ripping me off with this. What is it with everybody in half breeds?
No, it gets
Especially
dumber. But basically, after he becomes this ghoul through really ridiculous surgical methods that I'm not going to get into because they're absolutely retarded, but basically he now a ghoul and he doesn't want to eat people, but the carnivorous side of him tends to break out every once in a while. And so he meets up with a cafe full and run by ghouls that help him cope with his new ghoul personality and basically live a normal life without having to eat other people. It's basically just a show where the main character's a bitch and everyone just tries to be nice to him.
Well, I have to admit, my character. This was way more better and complicated than that. I mean, it kind of has nothing to do with my character. He is a half breed or something like that. He's like half human, half vampire.
Wait, so this guy that I'm looking at right now, he's half human, half vampire?
Yes. But here's the thing. He's the first half human, half vampire.
I already hate you now. Like, I actually kind of liked you before, but now hearing this, I actually kind of hate you.
How do you hate me? The character was so well developed.
Because he's part vampire of all things. Vampires are the dumbest thing. Have you ever seen Twilight? Make him part werewolf, and I will be...
Anything else to make him? I thought, hey, a werewolf? No, that's terrible.
What do you mean? Werewolves are so fucking cool.
But imagining that for my character, then there's no point in me making a berserk mode for him.
That's exactly what you can do with werewolves. There are berserk modes. I made a character just with that.
Look, it's already decided. I'm making him half vampire. That's it.
You know what?
Can't think of anything else anymore.
You know what? I respect that decision because honestly, I'm the same way with most of my characters.
The only reason why he's half vampire is because, like, his father didn't want him to be like him. Like, have to feed on blood his whole life.
Okay.
So 20% of blood.
You know, that almost makes me, like, think about Rosario plus vampire. Like, in just the idea, that's just what it reminds me of.
I feel like I want to explain the whole story about my character.
Oh no, if you think that's fun, if you think that's great, like, just listen to how, like, my character, my original character of my story, basically, he has one of God's rejected powers. He has the ability to negate any other power, and he was born from someone who died hundreds of years ago, and a woman who is sworn to kill people like him. Oh yeah, no, guess what his father's power is?
What is his father's power?
To manipulate pain.
That's the best dang power you can.
Oh yeah, no, he can reopen past wounds, he can transfer his pain to you, and what's even better, he can't feel pain.
Dang.
His body is 100% numb.
Are you still using the charger? My phone's dying. It's at 8%. Eek!
Are you having fun making that noise?
No. Eek!
Is that you making that noise, though?
Yes. Eek!
Why are you making that noise?
Because my phone is dying, Loki.
My
That's the
laptop
noise
dies
you gotta
more
make
often than
when
my
your
phone.
is dying.
My phone. No, I'm just imagining a phone actually doing that. Oh my god. It's like the new Galaxy S7. Listen to its new alarm tone. Oh, ow, I just about broke my arm there.
Alright, it's my turn to explain my story of my character, which is amazing. In fact, I'm going to tell the whole thing so you can understand where I'm at in the story.
Was that also part of your story, or was that something else?
No, that was my brother screaming. He's trying to install a Messenger, but it's not working out for him. Okay. I don't know what time era this should take place in. I should probably know. It should take place in like the 1800s.
Oh, those are some pretty modern clothes for the 1800s.
Oh no, the best part is he made his own clothes.
So he was the first kid to actually invent the hoodie.
Yes.
I'm just imagining a fucking like, oh god, I'm just imagining Desmond Miles back in the 1800s. From the silence, I almost think you don't know who I'm talking about. Oh, I'm thinking that, like, now I'm just thinking of Desmond Miles back in the 1800s.
I'm just gonna continue with the story.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I gotta get serious though. This is a very emotional story.
Okay. Serious mode.
One day, a man who had to live an immortal life known as Dracula fell in love with a human for some odd reason. And this human wanted to bear a child. What's funny is this human is actually a queen of her own kingdom. And she already has one son, but he's like really old now. It's like 19 or something in this time.
So she's a MILF.
Gives her a child. No. Yes. You know what? Yeah. So Dracula grants her wish of giving her a child, but a price had to be paid. She had to give up her life so that he may live his.
It sucks, bro.
Yeah, it does suck, doesn't it? Why do all the anime moms die?
Tell me, what was her hairstyle?
What was her hairstyle? It was kind of my character's hairstyle, but it was like slicked back.
Ah, I was about to say, was it the classic mom? Was
from
no
Steven Universe?
No, was it the classic anime mom death hairstyle?
Yes.
Where they have like the one ponytail that like goes down the side.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Perfectly. Alright, I'm just gonna continue. So Michael lives his life, and his brother grows old with rage and vengeance, and rules a kingdom of his own. I don't know what happened to the actual father of that kid. I never actually made up a story.
Huh.
Michael's so-called brother. So Dracula takes him into his family. He grows up with 2 older sisters and 2 older brothers.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stop at 2 older sisters. I was gonna be like, damn.
That would suck.
No, that would be awesome, dude. The incest in anime exists hardcore.
Not these 2 sisters. These 2 sisters are like crazy.
Oh, so they're like, so they're more like the sisters from Kiss X Sis.
Yes, but like, when Michael became 5, they trained him on top of a mountain cliff to run down it or something like that, so he can gain speed. When he became 10, they challenged him in a boxing match every day. When he became 12, they taught him how to use a bow and a sword. when he became like 15, they just gave up. He became way too strong to train. He was like the only strongest member in the family. Well, besides his dad.
Huh.
So anyway,
They grow up so
this
fast.
yeah, but like my character's weird. He doesn't age. He ages almost like a human, but like he doesn't age when he goes into eternal sleep.
Huh.
Like every few years, he sleeps in his coffin, but he stays the same age when he wakes up. Like, say he's like 10, goes to sleep, he's still 10. Hasn't aged at all.
Is that why Ash is still 10 all these years?
Now you're starting to make me question Pokemon. I'm gonna come back to that, but continue the story as it gets a little time strange. He goes to sleep at like 15 and wakes up in like World War II time era.
Oh. It's like, whoa, I should not have eaten that stuff last night.
It's like I shouldn't have ate that apple those few years ago. I can still feel it. Anyway, I don't know if you know a lot of the other characters besides mine, but I'm gonna get to them soon.
Like, the only character I know that you came up with was this guy.
There's like 5, 6.
Oh, wait, were they in the one shot, like the one picture you sent where there was like 6 people, including yours? Or was that like for the Danganronpa thing?
Yeah. Could you describe one of them?
I don't know, it was so long ago.
Then I'd probably... Okay, I'll get to those characters later. This is when we meet like one of those characters.
Oh my god.
So he meets a girl who just so happens to be the daughter of a general. She's also 15. It's very coincidental. Anyways, so like they travel to America because he wants to meet this girl again, and he's been assigned, since they found out that he was a half-breed, he would be the perfect soldier against the Nazi army.
Oh. Okay.
So then this is when he gets really OP. They start teaching him and training him how to use multiple weapons, from the heaviest to the smallest. He can dual wield 6 pistols.
Is it weird that I'm imagining him like firing like every type of gun imaginable, but all in the animation style of panty and stocking?
No, it is not weird.
Like, I'm just thinking about that, and that's just like, dude, that looks so cartoonishly badass, though.
It is. And, like, I don't know why, but I've only wanted my character to use 2 pistols, because that seems to be my most favorite weapon.
I don't know. I feel like that's too common for badasses.
Also, he also likes to use shotguns, but he uses 2 of them, but it's hard to reload, so...
You know what? Just give him the shotguns.
Give him double shotguns to make them easy to reload. All he has to do is kick the back of the shotgun just to reload it.
No, it's like he tosses them into the air, and it's kind of like how Yang reloads her gauntlets.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. Thank you. Dual-wielding both pistols and shotguns. Anyways, getting off topic here.
Not really.
So Michael ends up helping them win the war, but like they never reveal the story of him helping them win the war. This is like a secret, basically.
Well, it has to. It's like, oh my god, there's a half vampire. Oh my god, vampires are real. Holy shit, kill Dracula.
Like, anyways, he literally falls in love with the girl that he met, and he wanted to travel to America for. And what sucks, oh my god, I hate creating this part of the story. He leaves like on a business trip, like.
Oh no, does he come back and she's dead?
He like Oh my gosh, I'm getting to that part. You're close, but not close enough.
Oh my god, no way. He falls asleep, but he falls asleep for too long and she dies of old age.
No, he doesn't go to sleep. He like goes back to retrieve a certain artifact. Because he wants to also be human and live his life with her.
Ah.
So like he leaves, but he gives her this special item that can protect her because he knows like if people find out that he fell in love with a human, like certain monsters and stuff like that, they would come to hunt her.
Oh yeah.
So this witch comes to her hometown, and she ends up going into a brawl. And I don't know, I think my character's like, he could probably fight Superman if he wants to, but like, he heard her scream and ran miles so fast just to come back to her.
So Superman and Lois Lane.
Kind of like that, or better. I don't have to travel back in time to save her. Anyways, so he comes back. He sees that his girlfriend is fighting in a brawl. He beats the crud out of the person who's fighting her. And this is where things get sad.
She gets terrified of him.
No, I almost. This one guy, he knows how to kill half-breeds. And the same artifact that
She jumps out to save him, and she dies.
Yes. Like, it's a sniper type thing. Like, she sees the sniper, he's on top of the building. She pushes him out of the way, and she gets shot right in front of him.
Oh.
And not only is that the day he lost his loved one, that is also the day he finally unleashed his berserk mode. He's only angry because of her death and stuff like that. So, like, he's in depressed mood. He's basically fallen into despair for a few weeks. It's his birthday. He finally became 16. Like, doesn't care. He doesn't even want to live anymore at this point. Then, like, his dad tells him, hey, I heard there is a way that you can bring her back.
Oh my god. Is this a Blood Lad moment? Where he does everything to try to resurrect her?
And there's this thing called a revival stone. But we have to travel. Oh, yeah, he travels to this serious case. But here's where our timeline comes in. Like, it doesn't take that long to find the stone. It's like, takes place in this time he became 16, travels to this cave. Little does he know, there's not only revival stones in this cave, there's also amnesia stones.
Oh no! Is this going where I think it's going?
You probably get it right. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep telling the story. So he travels to this cave. He finds a revival stone. He gets ambushed by these mysterious stone creatures. He ends up getting separated from his dad and his sisters. And like, this is where things get pretty strange for me. So you know how, like I said, like my character doesn't age when he goes into eternal sleep.
Yeah.
Well, after he defeats one big monster, it was like in this cavern where there's like an opening. A revival stone hits him on the head. It takes all his memories of who he is, what he can do.
No!
And like he falls into eternal slumber. And he hasn't woken up since.
Oh my.
Until this is where the other characters come in. One day, this group of like 3 kids and a dog comes by. Like they're driving. They're like trying to create a band or something. And they discover the cave that Michael just so happened to fall asleep in. And they discover him buried under rocks and stuff. He's got like flowers growing out of his hair and stuff like that.
What the?
He's been asleep for a long time, basically.
Is he like Bastion, where he's literally got moss all over him?
Yes, but like they clean it off or something. Like they find him, he wakes up, but he doesn't remember anything.
That's so. Oh my god, that's depressing.
And like, here's where the story gets better. They try to help him find his memories, find out who he is, because they don't even know what he is. Like, it's like this long drawn out story where they're like searching all over the world of what Michael, who he is, what he can do, until he gets a flashback. It's like, I don't know why. when they found the body, the amnesia stone that hit him was in his pocket, along with the revival stone that he just so happened to find.
Huh.
So, like, he gets a little flashback, but he doesn't understand it. It's like a bunch of flashbacks of like, the stone. And he's so stupid because he doesn't realize that's the key to getting his memories back.
Oh, just like using the stone again gives your memories back?
Like, the proper way to get your memories back from the stone was to actually, like, extract it out of it. It can't be destroyed. But how he did it is crazy. This monster comes out of nowhere. And, like, it attacks him. Because they're, like, doing research in a museum or something. See if he has any significant history in the world. And, like, he pulls the amnesia stone out of his pocket. And this is, like, where he takes his chances. Like, he bites it, breaks it open, and he just so happens to get all his memories back.
Oh my god.
And, oh my god, this is where, like, the story gets so weird after this.
Okay, I swear I've heard that like 4 times already.
You have, to be honest, there's a lot of weird points to this story.
I don't know. Like, after this, I'm going to start telling you my story, and I want you to tell me how weird mine gets.
Okay, so, like, I mentioned he had the revival stone, but, like, there's a time limit to using it. And, like, he couldn't even use his because it's been, like, too long for him to use it. It's been, like, years. Basically.
Oh, you can't even use the revival stone?
Nope, but he finds a better way to bring her back. So
this is like fairy tale loopholing where it's like there's a like someone dies. Oh, it's so sad. Come back next episode. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, this character took years to come back.
No, I'm not even joking. Like fairy tale just cannot kill anyone, and it just bugs me to death. Especially since they basically killed. No, they
focus before I forget.
Yeah.
How my character revived her. Because now I'm thinking of bringing her back in like the next episode.
Don't you fucking dare.
Okay, so he found a way. Like, I guess this was fate or something for my character. He had to beat those new characters that found him in the hole. They had to be, like, given these stones that can give them power. They're basically like Anthony Stocking. Because these stones literally give them whatever weapon they want. I'm tired. I can tell the story is so...
No, I just had to do that because I haven't done it all day. And it just kind of forced its way out. It's kind of like when you eat a little child. It's like eventually it's going to claw its way out. Okay,
hey,
but the
I
way...
almost forgot. I was so close to retelling the whole story.
So yeah, she comes back. How?
So he finds these stones. They have this little ritual. They have to like have a family-like bond from now on. Which means they could never leave each other's side, even if they wanted to. So he brings her back, but I don't know why I did this to her. When he first met her, she had black hair. When he brought her back, she now has red hair.
Kinky.
It is. She also has freckles for some reason.
What? Did you bring her back as Mahiru?
No, I swear I didn't.
Like, I just hear red hair and freckles. What else are you going to make me think about?
Best detail of a character ever. Freckles.
Well, it's that and the red hair that kind of gives it away.
I'm just gonna tell the weirdest part about this. This is probably the weirdest part. Somehow she gets the same powers as Michael, but she is not a half-breed.
You know, I almost kind of expect that.
I I know, right?
Like, well, when you say this ritual and that they're not allowed to separate from each other, it just sounds like it makes sense.
Her and Michael share the same powers. No one else in the group has the powers. But
Well, I mean, it still kind of technically makes sense because then, because the other people, the other people in this ritual are human, right?
yes.
So that explains why she's not a half breed because there's more human, aspect in the ritual than there is half breed. So she gets all these abilities, but there's still more of the human aspect to get. So it's more like. It's more like she's an impurity.
If you make this an actual series, you're gonna be the guy who has all the answers for this.
Yeah, no, it's like whenever someone
guidance, like Loki, why is Michael a half-breed, but his girlfriend Yuki isn't a half-breed, but yet she shares the same powers as him? And you'll be like, well, I'll tell you.
No, it's gonna be like whenever you have a person that's like, well, why does this happen? You're just gonna phone me up instantly, and it's just like, well, you see.
Yeah. So, anyways, the end of all that craziness.
Is there still more?
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
It's not an ending series. That's just the backstory.
Oh, that's just the backstory? Oh my god.
Series is supposed to be what happened after they did all this.
Oh my god. I thought the flashback was before the kids found him and brought him back to find his journey.
Michael telling him a whole long story of how he's trained at 5 years old, running down mountains with his crazy sisters.
I could just imagine. No, I could just imagine seeing that though. And chronologically, that would be kind of cool, actually. Just suddenly all you see are these kids having fun, playing outside with their dog. Next thing you know, little Jack falls down the hill into a cave, and then they just find a body just sleeping there.
I should have did that. The original way they found him was they were driving a Scooby-Doo van down a hill.
What?
You ready to go to a concert?
What the fuck? What is this?
They just so happened to discover a cave with a body in it.
What is, no.
I want you to read this stuff.
Okay, no. Hang on. What is this? An episode of Scooby-Doo?
They're supposed to be the inspiration of each character is supposed to be from multiple things I've watched. Michael's style of costume and hair comes from his hair comes from Sonic's quills and Goku's natural spiky hair. His outfit comes from Kirito and Ruby. The red bang I can't explain because
it symbolizes his half-breedness.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense, but no one else in the Dracula family has red hair, so.
Well, now that you've kind of given your story, it's my turn to give my long shonen story that I came up with.
All right.
Prepare your butthole for all that's about to come at you. Okay, so I'm going to start with the main, just background details that make the story what it is. So,
it'll last my story. I can last yours too. Okay, let's just get this on.
Okay, well, in the beginning, there were two gods. They were twin sisters. One was named Agnes. The other was named Nemesis. Now, Agnes's job was to create all life, create order, create majesties. Nemesis's power was to create the balance that would suffice to keep things together. So she created the darkness. She created the dark power. She created destruction, basically.
So Beerus from Dragon Ball Z, but different.
In any case, basically, in this world, new world that they created, they have they created people with special abilities to also help balance the world. Sorry, I had to cough. But basically, Anya's created these people just with like small little talents, like people can puff fireballs out of their fingers, and it's like, oh hey, magic. Nemesis created horrifying monstrosities, things like
Parasites.
monsters, parasites. Literally, she created monsters, parasites, demons, anything horrifying you can think of. Well, with this, Anya has decided that she had made a mistake allowing her sister to go so far. So she actually seals her sister away into her own jewel, which is an artifact that every being has created that has a little piece of their essence inside. However, when sealing away her sister, 5 talents that her sister created weren't sealed away with her. They were let free in the world. And now this is where the whole like ability cycle comes in. Like kind of like how spirit energy in Bleach works. Basically, the whole world is made of essence. Every person has a specific kind of essence in them. And basically this essence is recycled. It does not just disappear when you die. So when one person dies, their essence lingers around until a newborn breathes it into their own essence. And so basically there are 2 types of people. You have your beings and then you have your humans. This is where a second plane of existence comes in, called Astrea.
Wait. You just basically said human beings backwards. And you're human.
Hang on, because things are going to get even more complicated. Now, in Astrea, a world filled with beings. Basically, because obviously, as humans, we love to reject freaks and monsters of nature. Astrea has created a law, and as such created people called collectors. Their jobs are to go into the human world and rescue, quotation marks, basically beings who are finally starting to develop their talents. So like so basically it's like 6-year-old kids who are finally like shooting fireballs or lasers out of their eyes. Or people who are like growing tails and shit. Basically, and they can either do this by force or do this by consent, which their parents just hand their kids over in hopes that they have a better future, or the collector literally just kills the parents and takes the kid. Yep, and so basically this is when the Amish rule comes in, where basically at a certain point in their time, like when they're 16, beings are allowed back into the human world to integrate.
I feel like I should be writing this down.
Hang on. I haven't even gotten to
no,
the
no,
main...
I'm not gonna write it down. It's too much to take. I didn't even write down my story. I just have it all in my head.
Yeah, same here. But no, basically here's what it is. At 16, the beings are allowed into the human world and to integrate. And they're allowed to be there for 6 months to see if they want to live there still or if they feel rejected and go back to Astrea. And if they decide that they want to stay, they are legally allowed to stay. And they are provided with funds to start their new life. Now that you know that little bit, in comes the actual story, the main characters. Now, our main character is Zayo Otama. He's basically the same person you're talking to right now. He's very lax, very... he's moving to a brand new school, which is basically called the School on the Water. So imagine like an entire island, which is just one big school, and it has basically everything you could imagine that you want. From entertainment to lounging to dining to everything. It's literally like an island with a giant college on it. And so he's moving there for the first time. Now when he moves in, he gets a roommate. But when the person knocks on the door, he realizes that it's not a male roommate. It's a female roommate.
Uh-huh.
So after getting, so he's cool with it. It's like, oh hey, okay, I got a roommate. I don't know you that well. That's cool and all. And so he actually talks to his buddy because he actually doesn't recognize the girl from anyone he knows. And his buddy knows just about everyone that's been in school with them. Since basically everyone that moved there is basically from the same school. So he's like, hey buddy, do you know or remember any girl like this? And he's like, nah, not really. So later that night, he wakes up in the middle of the night because, like, you know, every guy who wakes up in the middle of the night is like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. So he goes to the bathroom, comes back, trips over her. That's when no, this is when things get better. Because he tripped, he obviously pulled some covers off of her, and he realizes that the floor under her is completely covered in a sheet of ice.
Oh.
She is a snow woman. And so he's like almost starting to freak out. She's like, calm down, I can explain everything. And that's when he's just like, okay. He's just like, he calms down, like he goes from 100 to 0. And he's like, all right, go ahead, explain. And after she explains what I just explained to you, the whole story of life, basically, that is when
that's only part 1?
Oh, no, what you're hearing now is episode 1.
I didn't even explain the first episode. I just explained the back.
Yeah, well, no. Well, basically, this is kind of backstory to what... I'm basically going to give you the overall kind of gist of what this story is. So, like, with the first episode, basically, after she explains it, a collector comes in to the room. And it's the collector coming to collect her because she's a runaway. She was supposed to return, but she didn't, and so she's being hunted, basically. We realize there's a little hint in the story later why they wanted her back so bad. Because usually it's not that big of a deal. But basically, Zayo makes a deal with the collector that if he can, because the collector has personal history with her, that if he can prove that she can live wherever she wants without being rejected in any way, then he has to let her stay. And so he takes the deal, and then that's when the kings of Astria start getting not okay. So they send more people after her, and obviously we still think that Zayo is a normal person. So in the moment right before that looks like the girl's about to die, that's when we... What? No. Now we're about to meet the boy's actual potential.
Oh god!
Because right before she's about to get the axe, literally, a power literally erupts from him, and he actually turns into a collector himself.
What is the logic?
Remember when I told you that his...
I'm not even gonna question it because my character is literally half human, half vampire.
Oh no! But this is when
magic.
No, but the best part is he can't even control himself at this point.
Oh.
Because get this, my main character's power is one of those 5 powers that Nemesis created.
Is it pain?
Is it the God Eater, the ability to put gods on the plane of mortal men. Or in English, that means he has the ability to negate other people's powers.
Kratos did the same thing, but nobody can.
And so, basically, after a bunch of adventures, a war erupts between Astria and a guy who wants to resurrect Nemesis. And basically, after that, then we find out who Shira is actually the girl why she was actually so important, and then the ending basically ends like a Romeo and Juliet, where both the main cast characters die. And a blaze of glory, literally.
Oh, my god. Best story ever. That's only episode 1.
Oh, no. Like, after the contract was made, that was the end of episode 1.
So, What episode was that? It was the season finale, series finale.
Oh yeah, where they both die? Yeah. No, that was actually the episode before the season, like the series finale.
My series has no finale. Only continuation.
Actually, no, here's what's funny. The way I wanted to end it completely was basically it's the aftermath of the war, especially against Nemesis and all that. They're basically rebuilding both the human and the Astria world. And so everyone's kind of living happily ever after. Everyone misses their fallen friends. Everyone is having a good time. That's when the same collector from the first episode comes and tries to collect another person. And basically, a reiteration of the first episode happens.
Oh, so like a new human.
Yeah, and basically...
Okay.
And basically, he laughs about it, and they're like, what's so funny? And he's like, I'm sorry, you just remind me of a friend I had a long time ago.
Oh.
And that's how it ends.
Dad. Oh. Oh my god. I wouldn't do that.
What?
I probably wouldn't do that to my character. I'd probably make him have his own family, have his own kids who are also half-breeds.
Yo.
Make his daughter.
Oh no, here's what's funny.
Show his daughter like him.
So, the character that I told you about, this collector, remember when I was talking about werewolves?
Yeah.
This guy is actually a werewolf. He is not a werewolf. He is the first werewolf.
Oh, God. Really? See?
Oh no.
Okay, just continue.
Yeah, no. And the story about werewolves being weak to
It's
silver.
anime.
No, and the story about him being weak to silver, it actually comes from his best friend stabbing him with his silver sword.
Huh.
Yep, and actually mortally wounding him. But here's where things get interesting. He has a second form which basically taps into his werewolf side. He doesn't turn into a full-on werewolf, but he gains that added animal instinct, where he's got super jump, super strength and all that, and heightened senses. But he does have a form called Primal Origin.
That kind of sounds close to one of my character's forms.
No, Primal Origin, every being has a Primal Origin. It basically turns them into literally their raw instinct. It's the manifestation of their raw instinct. Zio's Primal Origin is the God Eater that resides within him. And he just turns into a giant monster. But the Collector, he turns into a slender-looking version of, I want you to imagine a werewolf, but make it really slender, and just make it look really nasty.
Cut off. Cut off.
Damn it. Okay, so imagine a werewolf.
Uh-huh.
Now make it really slender, bone
That
thin.
you cut off again. I was like, God dang it.
Okay, okay. So werewolf. Now make it really slender, bone thin,
Slender Bear. Got it.
and make it really nasty. Its teeth are really jagged, got rows of teeth. It's got nasty blood red eyes.
So,
It's
Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
yeah, imagine that just in the werewolf form.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
That's creepy.
that's basically him, and he becomes a full-on monster. That is his primal origin.
I'm gonna be honest. My character has way too many forms.
Oh no, you should just... I can't even count the number of forms my main character has. How many forms does your character have?
So far, he only has 12 right now. That's
Holy
because
sh-
he hasn't tapped into his hidden potential
Oh, okay.
of what he can actually do as a half-breed.
Okay, I don't have that many. I have maybe 7 or 8.
It's 4 to 12 because, one, he surpassed his dad. He surpassed his sisters.
Well, are we talking
vampires.
wait, when we say forms, are we talking Super Saiyan kind of forms, or are we talking more he just gets slightly stronger as he fights?
Super Saiyan kind of transformation like that.
Oh, so he just gets bigger hair and more colorful hair.
No. His hair color doesn't change a lot. but it's mostly surrounded by his eyes.
Hmm.
He
So
has
it's kind of
this
like Black Rock
stitch
Shooter,
eye.
where the eye flare like turns into fire.
Nope. They just change like shape and stuff like that. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, no.
His pupils disappear, or his pupils turn to stitches or something like that. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, no. My character, his first form is just him. His second form is when he actually turns into, is actually his king's form. Then he has his primal origin, his ascension.
Right?
Then he has his ascendant form. Then he has his descendant form. And then he has the transcendent form. And that's it.
That's it.
Like basically, here's what I mean. When I say descendant form, I mean literally his king's form, primal origin, and ascendant form. They literally separate into different people. Like his three forms separate, and now there's three of him fighting you all at once.
It sounds like a video game that would make $1 million.
Oh no! And then like in the transcendent form, all three of those people combine into one again, and they basically become a god.
Oh my god! I think it's time I list all my forms. It's time I tell you from the beginning to the end of his transformation.
This isn't even my final form.
Finished. Okay, so first form. He learns this from his dad. They're called Stitched Eyes form. Basically, what he can do with this form is predict every move before it even happens. It's like he can see what happens if he does like a certain thing, like if he punches someone, but it isn't effective enough, he sees what the consequences are.
Huh.
So it's basically like future vision, but like for combat.
OC. No, Michael, use future sight.
I just call them Stitched Eyes. Okay. There's Stitched Eyes.
That's just creepy.
He's like, he has like 3 different Stitched Eyes. Like,
Wait, are you talking like kind of like just like a line across his like? Are they like literally stitched shut, or are they just kind of like the pupil kind of turns into the shape of a stitch?
So Stitched Eyes. Okay, like, so imagine this. He has one dark pupil, just a black pupil in the middle of his eye,
Okay.
and like surrounding it, he has a full-on circle, kind of like the Danganronpa characters, but like this circle is black. And for each stitch, for whatever stitch version he uses, he either has 1 stitch on each side of the circle,
That's weird.
or 2 stitches, maybe even 6.
I would have to see a
stitches
picture
all
of this
out.
to understand what you're saying.
Alright, I think my character I have a picture of my character with the Stitched Eyes. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't think I have a picture of his Stitched Eyes.
All right, hang on one sec. I gotta get something to drink because I'm like dry as a desert.
Go get you something to drink. Oh, wait, I got 2 messages on. Screen's going black. I think my phone wants me to find the Stitched Eyes. The image?
Okay, I'm back.
Did you get the image that I just sent?
Let's see. Is that the Stitch Eye?
Okay, just focus on the one eye that is red, but
Okay.
not the one that's glowing yellow. Okay, so you see those lines that look like they're curving around his eye?
Yeah.
Alright, extend them to a full circle and on each side of his one pupil. Like, I wish I could like live draw it right now.
So it
It's like
almost
a-
turns into a reticle?
Yes. It just draws a line between his pupil and the circle.
Huh.
And every time he adds a new stitch, a new ability is added to his eyes and his body, basically. But this only happens when he absorbs blood.
Huh.
Alright, next transformation. This is like the fourth one, besides the stitched eyes. This one's called Moon Eyes. Where I think you've seen it before. I don't know.
I know I recognize this photo. I know you sent that in the chat earlier.
Hold on. Now, one second. Find my crazy picture. There it is. Right. So Moon Eyes, I'll explain this. He doesn't need to absorb blood or anything to get these eyes. These eyes can basically make him invulnerable for however long he wants.
Okay, that's just too OP.
It is too OP.
Like I'm sorry, but I have to poke at that and just be like, I cannot allow this.
There's one problem though. He can only do this as long as he's not damaged though. There's a time limit if he's super banged up or something like that. But if he's fine, as sharp as a sword, he can do it as long as he wants. He can be as invulnerable as long as he wants.
Again, that's really too OP. I am going to object to this.
I might have to adjust some things about this eye, but this isn't even one of his most dangerous eyes, even though it makes him invulnerable.
There has to be a limit to how much damage he can withstand. Obviously, he should be able to withstand plenty, but I mean, make it to where it's he can't withstand a lot. If God were to finger flick him across the world,
I'm just gonna move on to the fifth transformation.
Okay.
Where is he at? All right, I have to pull an Undertale picture to explain this one. This isn't an Undertale eye. Okay, so this one is called Flame Eye.
Okay, so yeah, it was what I was thinking with Blackrock Shooter or Sans, where the eye flames up.
Yeah, exactly. But this one's red, not blue. I don't know why I chose this as. So with this Flame Eye, it only works with one eye because he's half human.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tokyo Ghoul with the one-eyed ghoul thing.
God dang it. Anyways, I'm not talking to you. So with his flame eyes, he literally has the ability to manipulate fire.
Well, I kind of got that from Flame Eyes.
It was too obvious, so but there's more to it because the fire. He's resistant to sent you through the sun.
Or you just threw Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail at him.
Yes, exactly. I was stick with the sun, but okay. So basically, what he can do with this flame eye, he can take anyone's ability with fire away. If you have the ability with fire, he can literally take it away from you with this eye.
So exactly like Natsu Dragneel.
Yes.
I can already see the copyright infringement. You just get hit with 12 different copyrights for each form he has. Nintendo sues you for the invincibility form.
These forms came by after I was watching anime and stuff like that. It's oh my god, I have a new form for my character.
Wow.
Just
so did this actually come? Did you come up with this form after watching Fairy Tail?
Oh, I came up with this after I was watching Avatar.
I'm gonna let.
After I saw it take away.
I want you to read my silence. I want you to read my silence. How do you think I think about that?
This guy watches Avatar? What a loser.
No, I actually liked Avatar. I'm just saying you got this idea from Avatar. Of all things.
I always question that one part. Like, how did he take his abilities away? That's pretty amazing to me. I'm just gonna continue on. Okay.
Yeah.
What's this? It's the sixth eye I came up with. I don't even think I have a picture for it. Oh my god. This character's eyes. Okay, this one changes his hair color. It's like, you know how like his one red bang doesn't match the rest of his hair?
Yeah.
All that red goes to his black hair, and his red bang stays white. And this transformation is called, I don't want to call it inner peace, because like when he obtained this form, he was like not even at peace with himself. He was still a little depressed that he let his own girlfriend die because of his own weakness or whatever.
Oh, is this the Berserker mode?
The Berserker mode is a little more weird than that. You can't even see his eye.
Hello? Okay, and we're back. So which eye were we on this time?
Stuck to the code. I thank you for that. Anyways. Okay,
So yeah, we were
his
like
eyes, for some reason, like don't have pupils when he becomes into this X mode, and his hair becomes all the way red, but his red bang now turns white.
So
And
it's like
with
Judge
this
mode?
form- It's like, what? Hold on.
Well,
You cut off for a second there.
I was gonna say, like, well, if it isn't like peace or aggressive, I would almost call it the Judge mode.
That would make a lot of sense, because when he obtained this form, he was in a heated discussion and arguing with a god.
Huh.
Like
I was literally just
not
throwing a
kidding.
random word
I
in there.
object. He didn't yell, "I object," when he like turned into this form. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that would have been so funny, though.
I wanted to say that, but like he yells. Like,
No, if someone makes an abridge of that, like, if this becomes like an actual, like, animated thing, and it literally becomes like, anime, if someone makes an abridge of that, we have to, like, say, okay, if anyone is to abridge this scene, they have to say, objection!
It's a red hair mode.
Yep. Judge mode!
So, like, I don't know what. I haven't fully gone into details about what his abilities are in this form. It just makes him a lot faster and stronger.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to check something real quick. Okay, we are, like, at an hour and 40 minutes in this podcast.
Oh my, you're still recording.
Yes, I'm still recording.
Why do I keep forgetting that I'm the one who mentioned we should totally do a podcast? And I keep forgetting that you're actually recording.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I feel like we should end it there after I tell you the last floor.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing, honestly.
Tomorrow or something like that. I'm just gonna say the last floor. So his red bang stays red, and his hair turns completely white. His girlfriend can do this, by the way. And
Oh,
it's called Alpha and Omega, but he can only turn into this form.
wait,
with
who's
his
the
girlfriend.
alpha and who's the omega in this relationship?
Michael's the Alpha. I can see why you asked.
Like, I just imagine them both going into that mode and then just serious love is going on.
An argument? Wait, I thought I was Alpha. What?
No, I wasn't talking about, like, an argument. I meant, like, love. Like, like, end of the world sex. Like, like, Alpha and Omega are going at it. I think he cut out again. Shit, you did. No.
I'm so pissed. You get my message?
Yes, I got your message.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I have to end the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end this broadcast here. All right, guys. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of it today. Hey, everyone, say bye to Michael. Michael, say bye to everyone.
Bye. Go to my channel. Please subscribe.
Oh yeah, go check him out. He's DMZ Ask 12. He does some cool stuff, and if anything else, we may do this some other time, may not. I might do this with other people just to see what happens.